Okay. Even as a Panthers fan, I've got to admit it. Baker Mayfield might be one of the best quarterbacks in the division and might be able to win 9 games. Am I wrong? Let's talk about it.
Hey, I thought it was all over.
Welcome back to Roll Coverage. I'm your host, Nick. We're going to jump right into it. And the Bucs have a winning record. I'm going to put up the schedule now, right here. Right now, they've got dubs against Chicago, who's be lucky to win a game. Minnesota, who was going to obviously bounce back. And then a L on Monday night against the Eagles. Next game is New Orleans. I think that is absolutely winnable, especially with Derek Carr out. Then you go into a bye. Coming out, you're going to be facing probably a hot Detroit team, an Atlanta team that's able to run the ball all over the field, and then Buffalo. So I think those three are going to be the barometer. If they come out of this 2-2 out of the bye week, which I believe they will, I probably will side with the Bucs over the Saints. Then we go to Detroit, Atlanta, Buffalo. If you could win one of those games, preferably the divisional game in Atlanta, I think that sets you up much better. I'm not a Baker Mayfield lover at all. I think that Baker Mayfield is a serviceable quarterback in my quarterback tier list. He's probably in the tier 4-ish. And that would put him around a good quarterback. That would put him around the Daniel Joneses and stuff like that. Guys that can win you games, but not very consistent. If Baker Mayfield ends up coming out, though, and winning 9 games this year, which I think he could do, especially because, again, their only real tests, in my opinion, is Buffalo, San Francisco, and that's it. Houston does look good, but we're not sure if they're going to hold up. Tennessee, I do not believe in, and I believe with having 3 quarterbacks on the roster that are all kind of mid, I don't think that that's going to serve us well either. San Francisco obviously is going to blast them into oblivion. Colts are still going to have Jonathan Taylor traded by then, and hopefully Richardson will be healthy, no concussions, no anything like that. But they look good. My Carolina is struggling, so I could see you guys demolishing us. Again, you'll go back to Atlanta, Green Bay. Little smoke and mirrors now, in my opinion. Jacksonville, that might be the one that's going to bite a lot of people, including myself, in the ass. I did think that they might be able to get up to about 9 wins, but 10 wins. Some people call them like 13. That's a little much for me. But then you'll finish out the season at home with New Orleans, and then at Carolina for the last game. So again, I think that you guys could realistically come out, win the New Orleans game, come out of the bye, do really well out of the bye, and possibly contend with Detroit or maybe sneak out that win. If you lose that game, I expect you guys to beat Atlanta handedly. If you guys win a close one, I could see Atlanta then coming in and kind of breaking the back of the Bucs with that, because then you're going to go play Buffalo, which you're going to be demolished for anyways. But then again, you got that nice little 2 stretch of Houston, Tennessee, so I think you could rebound with those. You'll go into the shellacking of the Niners, so just try and get into that game as quickly as possible. And then the rest of them are just going to be like close ones. I think the Bucs are going to be like the Vikings from last year, and they're going to win a lot of these weird close games. That amazing catch by Mike Evans. Overall, the Bucs are, in my opinion, in the catbird seat to not only win the division, which I did not expect. I thought the Saints would, but I think that Carr injury is going to linger or escalate. So I think the Saints at this point are 2 or 3. At this point, I'd probably put them 2 because I think Atlanta still has a lot of questions with Desmond Ridder. They're already talking about like, oh, we believe in him, we believe in him, we believe in him. But I don't think they do with the amount of passing attempts they're giving him. So that's just me. So again, Bucs, I could see you 9 wins. I could see it honestly with 10 wins. I could see you guys going right now with 2-1, 3-1 with New Orleans, 3-2 with Detroit, 4-2 with Atlanta, 4-3 with Buffalo, 5-3 with Houston, 6-3 with Tennessee, 6-4 San Francisco, and then possibly splitting the rest. So you'd finish with 9 wins, 9-ish wins. Like that'd be a fantastic fantastic year. And I think that you guys would offer Baker an extension, to be honest. Nothing crazy. Not even a Daniel Jones contract. 3-year, $30 million a year, $25 million a year, on average. Maybe scaling a bunch of incentives. Win us more than 10 games, we'll give you a few extra million. But yeah, I'm looking at the schedule right now, and I just don't see how they can win 5 games, 6 games, 7 games. I think this is an 8+ win team. I would not be surprised at the end of the year if they won 10 games, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they won 8 games. So I think that's the range, 8 to 10 wins. So yeah, as a fans, again, as a diehard Carolina Panthers fan, this hurts me to say because we're definitely 4th in this division. So I want to know your thoughts. Leave the comments about your team and where you think they are, where you think the Bucs are going to be. Maybe some of these trap games that you see coming up. I could see, obviously, them losing to Jacksonville. I could see them losing to the Packers, depending on how they rebound. But again, I think that this New Orleans is going to be a great barometer. Do they come out and beat them 30-17 and really put a statement out? Or do they escape on a field goal? If that's the case, then yeah, I could see this team winning 5. But again, that's where it's the Kirk Cousins from last year. They're going to win a lot of close games, I think. So just think about it. This is Nick with Roll Coverage. I will see you guys soon. Tonight is actually the Lions-Packers games. I'm going with the Lions. Had a little interesting bet with that I'll post up on Twitter. But have a great day, everybody. This is Roll Coverage.